Both. So both can be true at the same time. But also,
So,
I'm
so
not
you didn't,
racist to.
but you didn't realize that your son needed to see a black family until you realized that she was toxic.
No, not at all. I always felt that way, but I went against my better judgment and still moved forward with the
What was so
wedding
toxic
proceedings.
about it?
A lot of things. I mean, a lot of things, but I don't want to air her out on on the internet. So but
You already aired
You
her out.
already did that. Your son need black love.
but still, but
Don't
that's my
don't let him
personal.
take you on that
Yeah,
Bernie.
that's my
No,
own personal
Jess,
opinion. But
you
I'm not gonna.
started this.
But I'm not
No,
gonna.
no,
But
no,
anyway,
no,
but
no,
look, here's
no,
You
no,
said
no.
here's the thing about it.
You said what you said, Bernie. And
Yeah, I'm gonna stand on it 1,000%. I'm standing on it. I'm
So,
standing on it 10 toes down.
so you rocked out with a snow bunny. Respect.
Yep, 1,000%.
All right. And you broke up your family, and now you pro-black again.
I've always been pro-black.
Wait, you could be pro-black and marry a white woman and impregnate a white woman?
Sure.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I don't. Okay. Okay. How long were
Sure.
y'all together?
About 5 years.
I'm amazed because this is not the narrative that Jess was rocking.
I know, but here's the thing about it. Hold on. Let me finish.
I don't care if the woman he married was Saharan brown.
But here's the thing about it.
I don't care.
Let me ask you a question, Jess. Let me ask you a question, Jess.
Go ahead.
Is Benny more pro-black than I am?
I think y'all might be pro-black in different areas.
Is Benny more pro-black than I am?
I won't say more, but maybe in different areas.
He married a white woman. What are you talking about?
No. Listen.
I believe people have the right.
Let me be very clear. I am not ever against anybody marrying who it is that they love. I don't have a requirement. I don't think that people should be limited based off of their skin color. So I want to be clear about that, but that's not my position about this whole pro-black shit. Based off of what y'all stand on as far as what pro-blackness looks like, is he more pro-black or am I more pro-black?
I don't think it's a more or more. I think y'all are pro-black in different areas. So Anton, you talk about this all the time. I employ black people. I got black employees. I got a black.
It ain't because they black. I employ them because they good. It's a difference.
How you gonna ask a question and let me answer it?
Yeah, but I want the full context. I don't employ them because they're black. I employ them because they're good at what they do.
That was never the implication that I made, but what I'm saying is that this is something you take pride in, having black employees and working with black folks, and I commend you for that.
Take pride
and for
in
that,
having black employees. I take pride in having great people that just so happen to be black that work for me that's good at what they do. I want you to understand the context. People think that because they're black, that is something that why I take pride in. I take pride in the fact that I found awesome people, and y'all didn't capitalize off of the fact that they just so happen to be black. Is my point. Like, I don't stand for this race shit. I don't give a fuck. I genuinely don't. Do I think that there are cultural differences? Absolutely, 100%. Because people are tribal. It's 100% going to be cultural differences. This is a difference between the way people talk in Baltimore versus the way people talk in Detroit, right? But my point is that I don't know if y'all realize it, but y'all are the most sickening, and I'm talking about black culture in general. Y'all are the most sickening people ever. And y'all are such a small group. Y'all hate black people that are black that's not from the United States of America.
but
You hate
that is if you're not black either.
No. You hate white people.
Hold on, Anton. Hold on. Before you go,
you like people unless they marry a black man.
Hold on.
Y'all are so sickening. And to be honest with y'all are, because y'all trying to get away from what the white man said. Black
not at all. I'm worried with you.
Black people in 2025, y'all can play semantics with the goddamn racism versus prejudice and all of this dumb shit. But y'all are hateful. Y'all got this evil demon in your heart, and it makes it black. You got black hearts.
Just black people have black hearts.
No. You have a black heart.
Just black people, though.
And you don't realize that your hate, trying to disguise it like, oh no, it's not that we hate other people. We're just championing our own. No, you hateful. Y'all are some hateful, evil, demonic, non-compromising. I want diversity, equity, and inclusion only because it serves me, not because I actually give a fuck about nobody else. And diversity is only applicable when it's a black person that's liberal that agrees with me, ass having. Y'all are.
But I mean, don't white people advocate for pro-whiteness all the time and always want to be pro themselves?
I don't talk to people unless they're on camera. I can't talk to people unless they're on camera.
Okay.
Hold on, real quick. Couple things.
The fact of the matter is, ain't y'all tired? Like, do y'all know that drains you? Like, it actually drains your life force. When you hate other people and you try to act like you don't, but you do. And it's not that you prefer your own, you fucking hateful. And when we see white people are apologizing, and the more they apologize to y'all, the more evil y'all become, the more haughty y'all get, the more angry at white people that you think that you should become. And y'all beg the motherfuckers to help y'all. And so many white people died on the behalf of black people in order to help free black people and eradicate racism. Yes, hundreds of thousands of white people died. That is an absolute fact. You can go and look it up, and you need to go and do your history if you don't. Tons of white people died, and y'all hate them still. And y'all frame the words of systematic racism, but nobody is more detrimental and hurtful to the black community than black people. Nobody. Y'all rob each other, y'all kill each other, y'all go against each other.
But why is that, Anton?
You steal from each other. Listen.
Hold on, real quick.
But nobody is forcing you. Stop making a proximity argument. Stop talking about this white systemic racism shit. You don't even feel like your neighborhood is valued until a white person moves in it. You move away from black neighborhoods, and then you want to move back to it when white people come and fix it up. Like, y'all are evil. And the fact of the matter is, you are raising your kids to be just as evil as you. And the worst thing about it is that kids don't come out evil. They come out to be a reflection of their parents. So when your kids, the same way that you did, because y'all parents failed y'all, when your kids grow up and they say white people and white supremacy, that's a taught, learned behavior. They never experienced that shit. You put it in them. And I hope that y'all know that y'all gonna have to be accountable for the hate that y'all put into people when y'all. Hold
on, Anton. Let me say something real quick.
Accountable for that shit. When you gotta get called up, and I know y'all don't believe in spirituality, but I'm telling you that when you get called to the pearly gates, you're gonna have.
Jesus gonna love me.
You're gonna have
Jesus
to be
got my heart.
for your evil behavior and how much you perpetuated and how much you continue to put generational curses in your ugly kids. And then I'm not talking about physically ugly. I'm talking about their ugly hearts.
Anton, are you saying being pro-black is evil?
Yes.
So do you say the same with white people when they say whites only, when they say white power, when they say we don't want blacks over here, when they go and they terrorize black neighborhoods just because they're black, because they don't want to see, because they don't want to see. But wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. Let me finish, big dog. I'm just making sure that it's
not asking a question.
I'm just making sure that it's the same across the board, because they kind of started that whole thing. You know what I mean? They kind of started the whole whites only, white power. We don't want any blacks. We don't want any Hispanics.
Have you ever seen a white power, whites only sign?
So now, oh my God. So now we're gonna act like. Listen,
I would imagine that. I don't know how old you are. But you had to be born after 1990.
It doesn't matter if I wasn't born there. These are historical facts. You was born after 1990. And the historical fact remains.
Have you ever seen a whites only sign? Seen a whites only?
It doesn't matter.
I've actually seen the South will rise again and several Confederate flags.
But I'm asking you. You know for a fact, right? If you know that we can be pro-black, you do know that there is pro-whiteness and pro-white movements, right? So what I'm asking you is, would you deem those white groups and these white people evil? There's a whole community right now in Arkansas saying that. Wait a minute. I think it's in
the color of their skin.
It is in Arkansas.
I don't care if you black, and I don't care if you white. If you hate somebody else over the color of their skin, even if you're doing it reciprocal, if you do it because somebody else doing it, you still evil.
But here's a couple.
You can keep making excuses all you want. If you do it because other people do it, you still evil. You and them is evil. Both of y'all evil together.
So, but you can't say being pro-black is evil, because being pro-black doesn't hurt anybody.
No,
being anti-black hurts us, and that's what being. And that's what being pro-white is. Being pro-white is being anti-black, which brings harm to black people. Being pro-black does not hurt anybody else.
Yes, it does.
Being pro-black does not hurt anybody else. We do not go out of our way to terrorize other communities. When has there ever been a history of black people going and terrorizing other groups of communities just because they are different skin colors? When have we ever done that? When have we ever had a history of terrorizing anybody? Being pro-black is just that. It's being pro ourselves and progressing our community. It has nothing to do with hurting or harming anybody else. But when you are pro-white, that shit is rooted in violence. That's why the only way they know how to show their pro-whiteness is when they're hurting other people who aren't white. And these are historical facts. Let me please point out where we were historically violent.
White today is where black people reciprocating the behavior from black people. And so white people are turning more to being just like black people, and you hate it.
What are you talking about? They're the ones who started to hate. They're the ones who started to hate. They're the ones who started the terrorizing of other people.
Ain't nobody ever been born and actually enslaved a black person today.
Your cognitive dissonance has such an chokehold. Your cognitive
experience.
It doesn't matter if
you angry over some shit that somebody told you. You ain't never experienced it.
I have experienced.
That's ridiculous.
I have experienced racism.
No.
Then how do you know what
that's
ridiculous? Just because you think that we weren't there to see the white only signs doesn't mean that those systems aren't still affecting people in society today. Your cognitive dissonance and like your love for whiteness or something is really sad because you can't even acknowledge the facts of history. Like you want to be a slave to the lie so much that you won't even acknowledge the facts.
Hold on, let me say this. Let's bring it back. Let me bring it back for you. To answer your question, Anton.
And what black people do?
That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. They don't love you. They don't love you, baby. They don't love you like that.
Hold on, Anton.
No, you're not gonna hold me
crazy.
You can't hold me on. You think that
it's not about being in the past. It is what it is.
Pro-black.
I asked you one question.
The matter is, what you're really saying is, I hate white people.
No, nobody said that.
I can't directly say that I hate white people.
Nobody said that. You're saying
is that I'm pro-black. But
that does not mean I hate anybody. That means I love black people.
All the rhetoric that shows that I'm hateful. And so because I don't want to actually see.
No. What about pro-blackness is hateful towards white people? What about being pro-black? Do you even know what being pro-black is? Do you even know what being pro-black is? What about being pro-black is hateful towards white people?
You need to stand on that shit.
Oh no, I'm pro-black. Now, what about being pro-black? No. What about being pro-black is hateful towards white people?
This is just like the movie Higher Learning.
No, be specific.
Just be real and say it.
What about how does being pro-black hurt?
You know what makes black people cowards? You know what make y'all cowards? Not even black people. You know what makes pro-black people cowards is because y'all don't have the balls. You don't have the balls. You don't have the balls.
You're the coward. You don't have the balls.
You don't have the balls to come out and say, I hate white
people. It's very sad.
That's what make y'all weak, is that they know that you still scared. If you tough, just stand on that shit. Say it.
You scared
with your chest. But
you scared. That's why you talk like that.
You know why? Because you ain't really got no power.
They got you by the balls.
What you really communicating by saying that I'm pro-black is that I want to straddle the line enough to where I can accept their jobs. See, you need white people. You need their jobs. You need their infrastructure. You need their clothes. You need them glasses that they put on your face. You need everything from them. And that's why you're scared. Because you don't really want to stand on pro-black. See, if you was pro-black, you would truly divest yourself from everything that any other.
Like I said, how does being pro-black hurt white people? How does being pro-black hurt white people? Please.
You truly need white people.
I'm not asking you. You're making things up,
babe. Want to say the truth.
Nobody needs white people. Actually, white people need us, and history has proven that.
And I don't
History
really
has
want
actually
to rock
proven
with
that
you.
they need
I
us
need your
way
infrastructure.
more than we ever
I need
needed
your
them.
intelligence.
But you, for
I
some
need your
reason,
companies. I need your
you're
jobs.
weird, bro.
I need everything that you guys want for me to have. And so I don't really want to go to Africa. I don't want to
What are
rock
you
with
talking about? You
Nigerians.
sound crazy.
I don't want to go overseas. I don't want to really look at my ancestry and go back
This
to
y'all
where it is
leader.
that you guys stole me
This
from.
y'all
I
king.
don't want to really find you, but I really need this shit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say that I'm a FBA. I am an American, a descendant of slave. I am going to come into this infrastructure that I hate so much. I hate white supremacy. I hate the white infrastructure.
Too.
But
everybody should hate white
really embrace
supremacy.
it.
Everybody should hate racism. Why don't you?
I belong.
Why are you more mad at being pro-black than you are
too.
than racism?
I
Imagine
rock with
being
it.
more mad at black people loving each
I
other
am going to
and being
embrace the
pro-black
system
than
that
you are
enslaved me.
at systemic
And
racism.
I
That's crazy.
here and act like I'm pro-black. Y'all ain't pro shit. You ain't never built nothing. You ain't got your own communities. You ain't got your own infrastructure. You ain't got your own clothes.
We did have them. They burned it
have shit
down. We did have them. They burned them down. They destroyed them. They destroyed them. We had them. They destroyed them over and over and over again.
I know
historically,
everybody else in the world.
Am I tripping? Am I tripping?
Y'all
let me know. Is that not the historical fact?
You need
Did we not have our own? I'm asking.
That's made by white
Am I
people.
tripping?
You go and get shirts made up that's made by white people, and y'all out here protesting on some shit that y'all can't even do nothing. You can't even eat on your own without white people.
You sick.
That's
You're
not
very
true.
sick.
You can't even eat on your own without white people.
That's not true at all. But
y'all don't even like your own communities.
Here's the thing about it. You're conflating. You're playing out of the Fox News. You should be a Fox News pundit the way you're playing out this playbook.
Yeah.
But anyway, look. Here's the thing about it. Let's break it down. Let's go back.
Same thing. New day.
How you mad at pro-blackness, but not mad at racism?
Jazz, let Beanie go. Let Beanie go.
Hold on. So for this, I looked up the definition for racism. It's having, reflecting, or fostering the belief that race is a fundamental detriment of human traits and capacities, and that racial differences produce an inherent superiority of a particular race.
That's what I said.
Here's the second. Hold on, let me take the second one before I go. Second definition of relating to or characterizing by the systematic oppression of a racial group to social, economic, political advantages of others. How does black people fall into that category? If either of those, when white people thought black people's brains were smaller, black people, so to this day, there's white people on the internet that believe if they see a black doctor, a black woman pilot, look at Kamala Harris, they believe that a black woman couldn't run the president, even though she's the most qualified.
Wait. Hold on. Where'd you get the definition from?
Webster, Merriam-Webster's dictionary.
I just read it out of Oxford, right? Racism is prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism by an individual, community, or it could be any of these things, institution against a person or people on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is minority, right? So it could be you try to frame the definition and try to fit your narrative. What the definition is saying is that if it's two black people and you see one white person and you actually are prejudiced against them, then you can be racist. It is literally in the definition in the Oxford Dictionary. I can put it on the screen if you want me to.
So we're gonna Oxford is better than Merriam, like
somebody based off of it being me and you, and we are in this community, or we can be in Detroit, or where it's majority black people, or you can be in Atlanta, and you can push out white people, or you can antagonize somebody, or you can say something negative to them, and you can absolutely 100% be racist.
Okay,
so
great.
No. So you can keep on trying to frame this shit to make it feel like you're not rigid, you're not hateful, but you are.
I'm not gonna frame it anyway. Who's done the most antagonizing? Like Jazz's point? Let's talk about Lake Lanier. Let's talk about Bronzeville. Let's talk about Seneca Park in New York City. Let's talk about Black Wall Street. Let's talk about several cities that were black sufficient that through either eminent domain through the government with where they made Central Park, that's what Seneca Park was, Lake Lanier, where there's all those people are dying, where they collapsed that dam and killed a whole black town in Georgia.
Wrong, bro. You can be
no,
racist.
I'm not wrong because who's antagonizing?
Stop leaning on this fucking argument that black people can't be racist. They can.
They can't because black people don't have power.
And they are.
Who's to say that Oxford is better than Webster? And then, and the thing is, too, Anton, you're actually being a hypocrite in this because you're saying that Bernie is using that definition to fit his narrative, but one could say the same about you.
Cool. And
so that don't mean you right.
And it don't mean
exactly.
he's right.
Come on now.
But here's
no.
Wow.
Listen.
We finally got a little crack out of him, y'all.
He went to the dictionary.
We got a little
I went to the dictionary. And so you're trying to use that. He brought this up as a talking point. We all inherently understand what racism is. It reminds me of people, and this is one of the reasons why I think that people are disingenuous.
No, we all inherently
understand. This is one of the reasons why I think that people are disingenuous, because they'll go to the dictionary to define what a friend is. But all of us have a different experience, and our context of lived experiences then determine exactly what a friend is. We'll go to the dictionary and look at what love is, right?
You are the reason why we're in the world we are in.
Or Google or Merriam-Webster can't define how love is in the full context of how we're having a conversation. So
words mean things.
So what I'm saying is the dictionary is not defined. It does not fully define the context of the conversation.
You sound like a YN right now.
All of us understand the context of what we're talking about. The fact of the matter is black people cloak black power. I love black people. I'm pro-black in order to really justify their racism towards another group of people that they can't really do anything about. And that's what they're really doing. Y'all are hateful and you keep trying to cloak it and say that I'm pro-black, but then you don't like it when people say I'm pro-white because you automatically understand it to mean that they don't like you and you don't like them either.
No, but the reason